Welcome back to Frostpunk. We are still working on getting rid of the last ruins, and we're also working heavily on making sure that we have enough coal. The latter seems to be quite successful. Food, that's a bigger issue. With nearly 600 people in the city, we're doing our best, but yeah, it's not enough. We have people who are going hungry. We keep being stranded at less than a day of food rations. But there isn't really much we can do until we get better research for that, so just have to make do with what we have. Speaking of research, we probably could build a few extra workshops. And the reason why I'm building so many of them is because we have this many medical posts, and we don't need that many medical posts. Let's build a road here. So we can tear down that one. Steam drill, steam wall drill has been researched. So I hopefully will remember to upgrade that in the evening. Heating. Now let's go with the steam hub upgrade range. Scouts have reached the freshwater springs. Several pools are kept from freezing by springs gushing from the fissures in the rocky bottom. There are plenty of fish in the water. Really. Unexpected bounty. Flashes of silver shimmer from the fish as they dart between submerged boulders, nibbling algae from them. A reminder of the greener past of this place. We don't know what species they are, but fresh fish would be a welcome addition to our menu. We can take 100 raw food, and we also have found the windswept snowfield. We can also now... I believe there are 3 of them here. We don't need 3 of them up there. We can tear down the other one. Now let's check where I have engineers. Before we attend to that event. Cowardly thugs. Sir, we pulled several thugs from the ruins who served the previous leader. When these cowards realized that we were winning, they hid in the guardhouse pantry and were buried under the debris after it caught fire. What shall we do with them? Can either let them be. They are starving and ill, and discontent will rise greatly. Or we can banish them. We'll let them be. That's not greatly. What? They're murderers. Letting those thugs walk free is a disgrace. Okay, let's put engineers into the new workshops. And we can build a few more resource depots over here. Are there room for 3 of them here? Indeed there are. How convenient. We can pass a new law. I think we will pass the soup law. How are we on 5 vacant beds? Child injured at work. Child got distracted at work and has been injured. The accident was not serious and happened entirely due to the child's carelessness. I give him a day off. It's time to... Well, first and foremost, we should upgrade... some of these hunters. Not convinced by these two, but sure. We need more food. That makes me even less convinced. Let's actually tear this building down. And perhaps we can pause the game, build a hunter's hangar there. Well, there is room from there if I clear out the road. Which means that I should probably build a road like that first. Then we can clear out the road. There we go. And we can continue to research. Now we need the steam hub efficiency upgrade. And the reason for that is this. 1284 per day. As soon as we double the generator, that's going to be 2500 per day, so reducing that by 33% is substantial. And it is getting colder tomorrow. Scouts have reached the mighty wreck. The third of our dreadnoughts wrecked by a powerful explosion. It is damaged beyond repair. Faulty manufacture. It seems that after one of the boilers exploded, the pressure in the others was raised to maintain the power of the engines, causing them to fail one by one. Perhaps the people building this dreadnought were rushed or used substandard materials. A steam core and 177 metal. Let's go to the stone ship. We can just as well put children on clearing out these final ruins. We might even build a gathering post for that. Okay, now people fighting arena. And faith, house of prayer. The road. And now we can build a few houses. Also, we need to pause while I take a look at which of these steam cores don't need to be on range setting 2. Sorry, I mean steam hubs, of course. That one we actually can tear down. This one has to be on 2 until this one is done. Yep, that looks good. Two more for coal. 3 actually. These guys are waiting at the windswept snowfield. Distinct spot in Frostland, blah blah. New landmark. Let's head up to the frozen forest then. Okay, so let's tear down that tent and that tent. And then we will build a house of prayer here. We'll probably also build a house of prayer up here. And I believe we have 45 vacant beds, so let's start tearing down up here. 1, 2, 3. Four. Scouts have reached the stone ship. It's another exploration mark. Broken tree and snowy hill. Let's go to the broken tree. Now let's use the sermon. Protective mother. A mother has refused to let her daughter go to work, afraid she'll get injured. We could look the other way this time, but others might see it as unfair. Let her have a day off. Hope is definitely rising. We can pass a new law. I think we'll go with moonshine affects discontent. We are good on that. We don't need the care house yet, so we will indeed go. What we do need is the emergency shift and the extended shift laws. And we have to increase the temperature of the reactor. Not sure if that's enough, actually. No, it isn't.
Work time. Get back to work.
This is when things get rough. Gathering post resources have been depleted. Can we build a coal thumper? Yes, we can. That should leave us room for 2 gathering posts. Excellent. Voices in the ruins. Sir, our people have found more survivors trapped under the ruins. If we hurry, we might manage to remove the rubble in time to save them. Sick absences. That's not ideal. That looks to be outside of my steam core radius, so let's put this up to range 2. I don't know why I keep calling them steam cores. Steam hubs. Okay, that should help dramatically with that. We are still going in a deficit, but that's fine. Now, let's just go with automatic prototyping so we have every level unlocked. Gathering post depleted. Let us tear it down. These have reached the frozen forest. All the trees are dead, some of them cracked from the sudden frost that must have come in the middle of the Arctic summer. We could use some wood. There's a fair amount of usable wood we can take with us to Winterhome. 298, well now. Yes, please. This one, I believe, was here only for the benefit of that gathering post. Victims rescued. Sir, we rescued a group of engineers. They were trying to get the generator working when the fighting broke out, but were arrested by the previous leader's thugs. They are hurt, but will recover soon with proper medical attention. Plus 4 engineers. They are hungry and ill, but hope rises slightly. From fire and riots, divided in death. Sir, We have noticed that the dead in the snow pit have been divided into two heaps. In one lie the victims of the fires and the brutal attempts to pacify the riots, many with gunshot wounds. On the other, the charred corpses of the perpetrators, the previous leader and his men. Some people talk about throwing them out of the city, far away from decent folk. They have already paid for their crimes, they are dead. That increases hope a little bit. That kitchen is suffering at the moment. I think that's the last two ruins over here. Automatic prototyping has been researched. Now, we want Flying Hunter's gear. No, wait, we don't. Abort. House redesign. And we have very little discontent, but for now, we've reached the broken tree, which is a distinct spot we can use as further waypoint for exploration. Now we'll send these guys home. Oh, wait, we'll send them to the snowy hill, actually. Since we have low discontent, let's do 3 emergency shifts. Probably also build a public house somewhere. Don't like putting it there. Let's put it there. Actually, let's put it here. How far does that extend? Okay, good. So let's put the public house there. I don't know if we can fit a house there, but we can fit 2 of them there at least. It's time to tear this one down. Also tear this one down. Let's put some workers in the public house. Let's also do an emergency shift in one of the steelworks. We need workers in that gathering post. We can sign a law. Let's go on and sign the evening prayers law. Also, since we have emergency shifts going on out here, someone died. We should turn on this. Oh, it is on. This one isn't. One of our people died suddenly during an emergency shift. We don't know what happened, but it's likely it was a heart attack. Well, we must make sacrifices to survive. Too bad it was an engineer, though. Refusal to work. A man assigned to an emergency shift has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and he doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. Let him rest and put another worker in there then. House redesign researched. Probably should have waited with building these houses until I had researched that. But oh well. We need 30 steel. Is there anything else we need? Yes, that one. Now, I should clean up here. Scout Unit number 1 have returned safely to the city with 1 steam core, 298 wood and 100 raw food. Let's send them out to the cracked ice. This kitchen we can tear down as well. Resource depot has been researched. We still need 30. So let's build cookhouses, 2 of them. There we go. Actually, let's research advanced steelworks instead first. Gathering post resources depleted. Now let's clean up these mess things around here. Come on. Be nice. How difficult can it be? There, thank you. Yeesh. Get that road built before I continue to wreak havoc on the roads here. Gathering post resources depleted. This one I think we can tear down as well and replace it out there. Double rations for kids. In the wake of the recent child workers accident, the parents argue that we could give working children double rations to make them stronger and help prevent injuries. No. Do we need that? No, we don't. Can probably build a house. Not enough steel. Scouts have reached the Snowy Hill, another of these distinct spots that we can use as a landmark. Let's move on to the mass grave then. Advanced Steelworks has been researched. The next thing we want then is the Flying Hunter's gear, which we require some more iron before we can research. Flying Hunter's gear, start. These are done. Pause because I need adults again. Oh, let's put some children in the sawmill then. We have plenty of wood for the time being, so...
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Good. Now, on resources, let's build an advanced steelworks there. Food for overtime work. Our people are becoming less and less committed to their work. Perhaps we should at least give them extra rations while they're sweating blood on emergency shifts. Yep, we can do that. And on that note, I definitely believe that it is time to end the episode. So thank you all so much for joining me. And I'll just put some children in these kitchens so I don't forget. And I'll see you all in the next episode.